I'm getting my... What am I getting tested?
Vagus nerve.
My vagus nerve tested. With Samuel Minkin from...
Recuperate Health and Wellbeing. So just gonna have a look. Open your mouth for me. Go relax. Go not much going on there. Do you know what your current gag reflex is like? Is it good? Is it bad?
I've always said that I don't have one.
Okay. Well, interesting. For the test, you'll be okay. So, it's there. Okay. Carefully that side. Okay. And not on the left side. So that tells me the left side's weaker. And that's what I saw when we tested your it moved to the right.
Really?
Your left is weaker.
My left is weaker. What? My left what?
Vagus nerve.
My left vagus nerve.
Yes, not as good.
Oh my goodness.
Woo. Now, what else can we do?
P.S. I didn't learn what he's going to do at all, so I did not know I was going to have a thing there.
She didn't know I was going to put a stick in her mouth. It's there.
So this is how you generally would test someone's vagus nerve?
Yes,
obviously.
that's how I would. I would also do some sensation. Yeah, normally with a Q-tip, I've ran out of Q-tips at the moment. But, so just, how does that feel in relation to...
Oh, way different.
Okay. How does this feel in relation to...
That one's more similar.
More similar, and that one's a little bit more kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, different.
Interesting. So more sort of sensation on the right.
I'm just totally
yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the vagus nerve machine on it, and yeah, so you go for 30 minutes, doesn't hurt, and I suspect we should see an immediate improvement in whatever's going on. So
in my left and right.
Yes, but also even in mood. She's going to feel like over the world. Like,
I don't know if people can handle me any more outgoing. We probably should keep my vagus nerve a bit unbalanced.
See what we can do.
So we won't make you guys watch the whole 30 minutes.
No.
But we don't even know who's going to watch this, but I'm shooting it. What are you doing?
Putting alcohol.
Oh, we're currently putting alcohol in the tips.
Yes.
To go on my ear,
important.
not on my mouth.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
No.
Just kidding.
Although it is hump day.
You're right.
And
perfect day for a vino.
Woo. Yeah, does that hurt?
No.
No. Good. There.
Am I going to feel it?
You are going to feel it.
Really?
Yeah, but you'll be fine. It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt?
It kind of feels like a vibration.
Do you ever put this on yourself?
Yes, I do. This is a great way. If I'm in a bad mood or I'm quite anxious, I do
going on a date, just going to balance out my vagus nerve.
Perfect. That's the secret.
Tinder users, you guys need a Vegas machine.
Get one.
What's it called?
The machine.
Yeah.
It's a modified TENS unit with some auricular clips. So if you don't know how to make it, don't try and make it.
Don't make this at home.
No, try and contact someone who knows what they're talking about. Let me know when you feel one of your ears.
Ooh, yeah. My
mild
right
or
ear.
moderate?
Huh?
Mild or moderate?
What's
sensation?
mild and what's moderate?
It's getting stronger.
Yeah.
Painful, or just is it irritating you?
Yeah.
When it's kind of like, it's a bit annoying. That's
I've got a pretty high pain threshold.
Irritating?
Yeah.
Cool.
Kinda. Well, I don't really get irritated, but like I can feel it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And the other ear?
So fun. I feel like a DJ. The beat is a vibration. Ooh!
Stronger?
It's strong, yeah. Will you put it stronger?
Which one's stronger, right or left?
I feel like Dumbo when I'm flying, my ears are like flapping.
Wait till the end.
Really?
Yeah.
You do it more?
I mean, wait till the end and wait till after 30 minutes. You'll feel you'll feel very alert. So if you're having any issue with like brain fog or focus, concentration, immediately you'll see an improvement. You'll feel really switched on. Like me.
Yeah. He's done his vagus nerve this morning.
Maybe a bit too much.
Do you go on the float?
I do go in the floats. I go in the floats.
We're at a wellness centre and there's magnesium floats. Is that how you
Epsom salt magnesium, 400 kilograms in the water. It's so salty that you float. We also have infrared saunas. Infrared saunas put other saunas to shame. Literally.
Yeah. My business partner, Don, he's bought one for home because he's just so passionate about it. And my gym, I've just swapped and they don't have one there. So he's like, you need to find somewhere that has a infrared sauna to do it every day if you can. So it's good to know.
Yes, I've recently started doing 3 infrared saunas a week. And the first infrared sauna I did, there's so much junk come out of my body.
Really?
Like, sweat. And the towels, no, like the towels, they were black. I had black stuff coming out. Yeah, under my feet, the towels were black.
No.
That's quite normal with infrared because it actually metabolizes the toxins.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and particularly for people losing weight. People losing.
Me?
Yeah, perfect. People losing. Well, actually, you burn 600 calories in 45 minutes in this infrared sauna. That's at 70 degrees if you can tough it out.
I need to buy one. Really?
But when people are losing gross amounts of weight, you know how you get that real sluggish sort of feeling, you feel a bit almost fluey and horrible? That is because toxins, particularly heavy metals, are stored in adipose tissue, fat cells. And when you're losing the fat, these toxins actually start circulating around the body, and that's why you feel like crap. But if you do an infrared sauna while you're losing gross amounts of weight, you'll feel a lot better. You probably won't feel fluey, you probably won't feel that real like ugh sort of feeling. That's because of the toxins.
Interesting. I love that.
Didn't you know that?
See, this is, no, I just believe.
Yeah.
I do find the lies with everything that I'm really interested in, but I just, like infrared saunas, I know heaps of people that are like, they're really good for you, but I've known for different reasons and obviously from the internal, but not the actual. So I'm like, ooh, so interesting.
Great for immunity. It basically is the infrared heals you from the inside out. It repairs the cells, which is good. We all need healing from the inside out. You can't just hit something from the outside because everything comes from within.
That's like when I explain with people with, like, I always do examples for people that would really relate to what we're saying. It's like, you know, when you get really bad skin and acne, and then there's all these acne creams. It's like, well, what's happening internally that's making your skin break out? You know?
It's inflammation.
You can't just put acne cream on and fix acne. You got to find out why you're getting acne to fix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can link a lot of your symptoms, you know, stuff like that. If you know you are getting acne and you've also got gut issues, start to paint the picture, put it together.
Yeah, not just the Band-Aids.
Exactly. Band-Aids don't help. Band-Aids have been used for too long, you know. There's no point. Like, we're in a day and age where we have enough knowledge, we have enough people who know enough about the actual physiology behind stuff that we don't need to be doing Band-Aids. You know, preventative medicine is always better than trying to, you know, get someone out of chronic disease.
Yeah.
We need to get away from these medications. We need to start taking care of ourselves, and it's really not that hard. You just got to make it a habit.
Yeah, and building up slowly as a process, like, you know, starting with goals and how can you better your life? How can you start right now with small things that, if you do lots of small things, it's the big thing that's forever, rather than jumping in and saying, you know, on this holistic like point of view with a 30-day challenge and then not actually retaining or knowing the why, and also knowing your self-worth and building on your self-worth and your self-love to actually want to take care of yourself. Because I was saying to Sam, you know, what my niche with work is like, even for my journey, I had all these things and I was getting told all these things to make me better, but I didn't love myself. So why was I going to go and take magnesium daily and go to an infrared sauna and, you know, jump in a salt bath if I didn't see my worth? What's the point? You know, and so many people get that knowledge, but you've got to do both foundations and build and want and then last.
There's a lot around self-compassion. There's actually a lot of things you can do, a lot of exercises that are quite good. Yeah, I'm assuming that you already know some of them.
Of course, so, I know, but yeah, I want more.
One thing that is interesting is what's the first thing you see when you look in the mirror as well? So when you look in the mirror, what's the first thoughts that come to your head? And an exercise you can do is you can basically write yourself a letter. Not too big, just write yourself a small letter.
I have that in my house.
And, yeah, do you? Yeah. Great.
Keep going.
So basically, you write yourself a letter from the compassionate side of you. So kind of, you know, you write the good things about you and what you like about yourself. And once you start writing that, and once you take a bit of time, then look in the mirror again and see what you see. You'll probably see a bit differently. So even with me, I looked in the mirror and I was like, geez, I need a haircut. Like, my hair's just so
it's like, what's actually in here? I've got a really good brain, you know, my nose smells things, like, all it's changing the perspective, right? I've actually done a blog write-up, and it's about exactly what you're saying. I'll send it to you so you can have a read.
Perfect.
And it's about, you know, when I used to look in the mirror and then feeling so bad at a point in my life because I wasn't actually looking at anything I liked. It was always what I wanted to change. And just triggering people to have a different perspective. When you look in the mirror, look at your soul. Don't look at your physical body. And when you do, know that you're everything you're meant to be in that moment, right? It's like everything you are is amazing because you are it for a reason, but letting go of the reasons and then stepping into your truth.
People don't give themselves enough credit
Ow.
for what they do. You knocked the clip, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah, it hurts. If you knock the clip and it's going, it's a bit like, oh, hey,
I
how you
thought
doing?
it was like, did it hear something that didn't work?
No.
Or it's like, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Stop knocking them. We don't give ourselves enough credit. Every person, I can guarantee, has achieved something that's great. And we often are too hard on ourselves. Like, I'm too hard on myself. Even with like with what I expect too much from myself. I expect someone comes in who's been in pain for 20 years, I always expect that I should be able to get them out of pain immediately. And funnily enough, sometimes I can, but I also need to think, okay, this is something that's going on and it's multifaceted, and I'm doing the process. And it is a process. There's no one holds the cure for you. You don't just go to someone and they go, oh, I've got the cure, here you go. It's a process, and you start putting the steps in place, you actually start to get better. What I do is, if I get a bit, I don't get angry, I'm too calm to get angry.
He's got this machine. You don't know excuse to be angry, mate.
Exactly. If I'm feeling a certain way, this is what I do personally, and it comes back to mirrors. I'll go look in the mirror, by myself, and I'll explain to myself why I did something, and I'll explain that I kind of talk to myself and go, well, why did you do this? We did that because of that. And
really?
Yeah, I do. And this is coming from a good part of you. Like, you did this because you were caring and blah, blah, and then...
It's creating a relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, I start to kind of basically love myself a bit and go, well, no, you're feeling like this, but it's coming from your heart. Like and you kind of go, oh, okay.
And it's like connecting the stress with why am I stressed, but actually I'm stressed because I want to do more for people, therefore I'm a good person.
Yes,
and it's,
exactly.
Everything you speak, I'm like, yes, because there's so much power in also feeling okay to not be okay, and giving yourself, like, I was so prominent when I first started my work because I'm a retrainer. I retrain thoughts, and so I'm always about, like, okay, how can we move forward? But for me now, I'm so passionate also in saying the first step is going, you know what, I feel shit, and I do feel shit, and it's okay to feel shit, but I'm ready now, and then working yourself through the process like you do in the mirror of going, this is why I'm feeling this way, and then working forward, and then going, I'm ready, and then going, giving yourself power, not, because then it's a band-aid. Me sitting here and feeling ugly and going, I'm beautiful. Like, truth is, no, I feel ugly. And that's okay, but I want to feel pretty. And then it's like putting the steps in place.
And take time for yourself. You always got to reward yourself in somehow. If you like to do a certain thing,
take yourself on a date. I
take myself on a date.
Right, me too. I even dress up and laugh at myself. I'm like, yes, gal. And I'll go to surfers, walk along the...
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one's waiting for me. Like, I'm all good.
I'll be sitting in the movies and I'll go, are you going to eat that ice cream? And
I'll eat it.
I've bought it anyway, so it's okay.
It's so cool, and it's so true. And I because I'll post it even on my social media when I do it, and so many people are like, wow, like, that's so cool. I'm like, but why? Like, why have we gotten to a generation where that's like out of this world? And for me, it's like, there's a difference between me going to pick up Nando's and me taking myself to Nando's. Like, when you sit there, you're present with yourself and you're feeling good, whereas it just brings it back down to gratitude and being in the moment, doesn't it?
We need to be more mindful. We need to sit and just stop for just a little bit. It's not sustainable to be like going all the time. You need to sit. You need to take your time to actually view your surroundings. Like, if I'm sitting down somewhere, I'll be thinking, oh, it's a nice day. I'll be looking out and going, oh, that's a cool sort of tree, blah, blah, blah. And just me kind of acknowledging the beautiful things around me, I automatically feel better. And then I don't actually have to kind of force myself to do that. I'll just be walking down the street and I'm already thinking, oh, cool, it's a sick bird, and look at the bird.
It's a muscle, isn't it? And you train it.
It's a muscle, and exactly. And thought patterns, and this changing thought patterns, it's neuroplasticity. You change the way you're thinking to another way. And what improves neuroplasticity? Well, exercise and diet. Stimulate these things, particularly something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Exercise increases those levels in the brain, and BDNF is the fertilizer to neuroplasticity, and that helps you feel better, as well as obviously the feel-good endorphins from exercising.
And you know,
she's touched the clip again.
bloody hell. Sorry for swearing. So what I do as well to retrain and get that muscle going is I have an alarm on my phone every hour, and it's a gratitude alarm. So when it comes on, and you can do it for like 5 hours, 12 hours, whatever you want, but I have it from when I would generally be awake and before I go to bed. And then what it does is every single hour I stop and I just think for a minute about something I'm grateful for in that moment. And then as it goes on, I don't even really need it anymore because I'm always in that gratitude state. But it's about retraining. And if you need an alarm on your phone, gal or boy, put it on, you know, to retrain, because gratitude is the strongest force and the highest vibration, therefore, brings you joy.
And it's not silly, because what you're doing is you're looking after yourself. You know,
yeah.
You think, oh, maybe that sounds a bit silly. That's not silly. Is it silly to take care of yourself? No, it's not. It's common sense, and you're meant to take care of yourself.
And your life changes a lot when you do.
Another thing that can help is support networks. So, you know, even if you see a friend and you like what they're wearing, you tell them. We go, oh, you know, you did that cool. Those little things mean more than what you think. And then there'll be a day where you get out of bed and you think, oh, I look like shit. And they'll go, oh, you don't like your hair today.
And say thank you,
cool.
Don't tone it down.
Yeah,
you know, one of the first things I realised with my journey before
touching the clips.
I'm getting held down here.
Put on the right setting.
You're like ADD. One of the first things I realised in my journey is that, you know, when I had these huge epiphanies and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was in this mindset of change, and it was a mindset, that's what it was. And even to the point where if I got a compliment, I'd feel cocky, and I knew that was deep down in me, to not say thank you. It's like, oh no, you know, you're hot, no. And it was like all these things, and I'm like, and now I teach and train, it's like, if you don't see these things in yourself, okay, work on it, but don't block yourself the feeling of somebody else seeing something in you, because that's like next level. You know, say absolutely. Thank you. And even if you don't, sometimes when I first started, if I got a compliment, I'd be like, oh, you know, and then I'd say, actually, no, sorry, thank you. You know, so retraining, and if you do, just say sorry to yourself, have compassion, say thank you.
Compassion, self-compassion, very important. You go. I don't have much to say.
I don't know. We can just cut it off anyway. It's been really cool though. We're like a muscle.
We are.
Aren't we? We're a self-love muscle. We're training right now. Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna continue this vagus nerve thing, and then I'll share how it's made me feel.
Also, if anyone wants to know a little bit more about vagus nerve, I've actually typed a blog on my website.
Oh, can I share it?
Yeah, so she's going to share it.
Yeah.
So you can follow that, or you can type in www.recuperatehealthandwellbeing.com. There's some awesome stuff out there.
Yeah, good cover. And if you're interested in the program that I do, which is all to do with, actually it's bringing people like this in to be able to give knowledge and also teach and retrain minds on self-worth, self-love, therefore having a physical goal and achieving it for long term, wmrevolution.com.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah, bye.